Okay. Well, my Dayton, Ohio readers are applauding the new historical romance novel, The Lady of the Garter, by first-time author Marisa Dillon. Take a look at this.
You think true love can conquer all? If I have my way, there's no chance in hell. Because I break promises, test loyalties, fight for any reason, deceive whenever I can. But you shan't take my word for it, for the lady waits to tell her tale.
Hi. Hey, please welcome author Marisa Dillon, everybody.
Welcome.
Hi, Marisa.
Hi, great.
How you doing?
You
You look
doing
great.
Thank you. What an intro.
So that was a nice thing there. That was really
Was
cool.
that kind of fun?
Kinda was fun. Made me want to go out and learn how to joust.
Well, one of the great things that authors are doing today is putting book trailers together. I mean, we're such a visual and entertainment-based society, and we love our storytelling, but doesn't it get you a little bit more excited about checking something out when you see a video that gets you motivated?
Good promoter. I
Right?
should hire you. You're a good promoter.
Well, we had a lot of fun putting that together,
Well,
too.
it just sets up the whole thing. I mean, it gives us an idea of what's going on in your book.
Well, you know, we actually went down to the Ohio Renaissance Festival to do
Yeah.
the recording of that.
Great
And if you've been down there before, you know, they do those phenomenal night reenactments.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got permission to be down there with our cameras. And actually, the knights in the jousting that you saw in the video are from the Full Metal Joust show that's seen on cable TV. So those guys know what they're doing, and they were really awesome to be a part of my video.
Now, I know you're at Fox 45 and ABC 22, but where did you, in college, did you say, I think I really want to be a writer?
Rob, you know, that's a great question. I went to Ohio State. Yay,
Yay,
Susie.
Ohio State. It's really,
OH?
really great.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's all right. The mics are, yeah, they're watching it, right? It's got to be left. I was studying journalism at Ohio State, and I was interested in television, and ended up going in that direction right away, and had a lot of fun producing and directing TV shows initially, and then I got into the marketing side. But I'd always wanted to write, and that just didn't really happen other than in the marketing world that I'm in. I short little pieces of things and commercials and marketing materials, but my two boys grew up and went off to college, and I had some free time on my hands, and my husband said, well, you know, you need to get back to that writing. So he challenged me, and I got started on it, and a hobby turned into something a little bit more.
Well, you know, Stephen King writes all what Stephen King writes, you know.
He does.
So it's romantic novels, or romantic.
I'm a romantic at heart.
And that's what you want to do?
Right, right. And actually, Stephen King has a great book called On Writing, and it's phenomenal. And anybody who's interested in becoming a writer should really take a look at it, because he's got some phenomenal tips. But you know what I did, Rob? I read romances, of course, growing up. Those are one of my favorite things. And so when I've listened to some of the famous authors, they've said, write what you know, write what you like, write the book you would like to read.
Exactly.
So it was, and there's over, let's see, 30% of books sold right now, either ebooks or tangible books, are romances. So there's a big market for it. So it was a good place to start.
Be found on Amazon.com, correct?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Rob and Susie, what happens now is, you know, publishers are less likely to want to risk putting an investment into a tangible book, because there's a lot of just investment in actually producing them. So a lot of new publishers have come on the front, working in partnership with Amazon, giving authors like me a chance. And as the ebook is becoming more popular, there's a bigger demand for ebooks. So commerce just takes care of itself. Amazon takes care of publishers who want to publish digitally and authors who want to publish digitally. So we have a platform, and we have an opportunity to sell sell quite a bit of books. Because Amazon actually has a place for authors who want to self-publish.
Okay.
I actually went through a publisher called Soulmate, and they particularly look at romance fiction, and then they work a deal. Right? Right. They work a deal exclusively with Amazon. So for the first 90 days, the book is only available through Amazon. And then later on, it may come out in a published tangible form, or it may go out to iBooks or Barnes & Noble, digital downloads, lots of other things. But Amazon is a promotional machine, too. So they do a really great job of promoting the books that they have exclusively. So it's a really win-win, especially for a new author. My name, as much as I'd like to think people might get excited about a new author, Marisa Dillon, they're like, who? You know, I'm not Nora Roberts, not yet anyway.
There's a new one out I saw in the news today, PET. They're going to be doing the same thing as Amazon and AOL.
Right, right. Yes, there will be an opportunity. It'll get competitive. I mean, actually, there was some controversy about Amazon recently talked about those authors who are self-published only paying for how much the reader reads. So you could download a book, it could be 300 pages, and maybe you pay $2.99. That's what the cost of my book is, $2.99. That's like cheaper than a cup of coffee. And but with Amazon's deal for their self-published authors, they'll only pay you for the number of pages. So if it's a penny a page, you know, it may be only $2 or something that they don't get through the whole book. Wow. So there's some controversy with that, and we'll see how it all shakes out. But they really are the leader right now.
I'll bet your husband, your boys are very proud of you.
Well, it's been fun. They coached me along the way, and there were a lot of Saturday and Sunday afternoons when I was at my laptop just pounding away, and they walk by and say, how's the book coming, Mom? And, you know, it was always nice to have them cheering me on when, you know, really it was just a lot of words, just I was hoping that were coming together. But the book takes place in 1486 when King Henry VII takes the throne. That's kind of a turning point in England's history because we all know his son, Henry VIII, and what he went on to do. But not as many people have written about King Henry VII in his time. And so when the Tudor House was formed, there was a lot of controversy with the Lancastrians and the Yorkists. But those groups were formed because his wife was a Yorkist and he was a Lancastrian. And so the Tudor House, the Tudor Rose was formed. And my hero, he's a Knight of the Garter. And the Garter is one of the most noble honors of chivalry that's around. It was established in 1348, and it's still going on today. So Prince William is a Knight of the Garter.
Wow.
So it was really fun to take something very historical, build the bones of that into my story.
Into an update.
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of, yeah.
So the next book, is it going to be similar to that, or have you got ideas for your next
Rob,
book?
it's a great question because a lot of
Oh,
authors...
I'm loaded with great questions, honey. That's what I do. It's what I do. Oh, go ahead.
So what tends to happen a lot with authors and helping them propel themselves with readers is to do a series. So you build off of a core story, and then people start to fall in love with secondary characters or some of the main characters, and then you bring those people into a second story. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Okay. Well, we all know who Marshall Dillon was.
Right, Marshall Dillon.
Maybe you could write a book, I'm the
Westerns?
real Mrs. Dillon, and write a cowboy romantic thing.
Well, I have a
Because
good...
he never got married on Gunsmoke.
You're right, that's a good
See?
idea. I have a good friend who writes Westerns, historical romances. Her name is Victoria Vane, and she actually designed the cover of my book. So she's very talented, and there's some great Westerns out there, so it could be fun.
You better think about that.
I like it.
And I want 8% interest in the book because it's my idea. You heard it first on the Rob Dennis Show,
All
right?
right, Rob. We'll negotiate.
Okay.
It came out in December, so it's
Okay.
been on the shelves, the e-shelves, for a couple of months. It had some great reviews and just fabulous feedback. So I'm looking forward to continuing on this journey. It's a great time, and there's organizations like the Romance Writers Association who help authors learn how to become successful and how to market their books, and also help just writers who are on the journey. So that's how I sold my book, was at a national conference.
Did you go to the Irma Bombeck conference in April?
I did not get an opportunity to do that this year, but I do
did you?
study with the Antioch Writers Workshop here locally. It's a great place to go if there's author wannabes out there who are writing and want to really try to hone their craft. Antioch does some phenomenal things. Some of them are free, some of them are weekend workshops, some of them are week-long intensives. But I took classes there and got a lot of good tips.
Lady of the Garter.
The Lady of the Garter.
On Amazon.com. So
Yes.
if you'd like to read this book, and I'm sure you would, Get on Amazon.com. Thanks for coming. We really
Thank you,
appreciate
Rob.
it.
It's
And you
great
know
to be
you're always
here.
welcome back. What do you think
I
of that?
appreciate that.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Susie.